Okay, guys, welcome back. So this is part dos of graphing exponential functions. So I just have two more examples that are a little bit trickier that I thought we would go through. And my first function that I'm going to go through is f of x equals 1/3 to the x power. So let's talk about what we know. We know that there's no horizontal shift because there's no plus or minus up by my x. So horizontal shift is 0. There's no vertical shift because I don't have a plus or minus here at the end. So my vertical shift is none. I know that my base is 1/3. So I have a decay. And so again, what does that mean? That means I am going to shoop down to the ground. Okay, and now we have to go through my y-intercept. So I'm going to plug 0 in for x. 1/3 to the 0 power is 1. So my y-intercept is 1 again, just like the one before. And then I'm going to plug in an extra point. So I know I'm at 0, 1. I know I'm going to go down. Let's plug in a negative number. Let's plug in -2. Okay, so I've got 1/3 to the -2nd power, which is, lots of you are probably like, you're joking, we have to do negative exponents again. So we can use our handy dandy calculator if you want to, or we can use our exponent rules, and we're going to distribute everything in here. I'm going to get 1/3 to the -2nd. Okay, then because these guys are negative, they're going to switch spots. 3 squared over 1 squared, and we're going to get 9. So how about that? Not bad. So 9, so let's look at that. So we have my y-intercept of 0, 1. I have my additional point of -2, 1, 2, all the way up to 9. All right, so this buddy kind of looks like that. And then if you guys want, you can type it in your calculator and that buddy should match. And I'm going to try to see here if I can do that. Calculator. Oh, wait, here, duh. I'll just go like this. Hello. Okay, so ignore if that's popping up on my screen. I guess we'll have to wait a hot second. Sorry, buddies. Could tell you a joke. Maybe that would be fun. Okay, so we can go here. So looking at my calculator right here, so when I have y equals, okay, so I just typed 1/3, make sure it's in parentheses, and then to the x power, and then when you graph it, it should look kind of like what we have. Makes sense, buddies? Okay, so then let's try another one, shall we? Okay. So let's see if that scoops us kind of underneath here. Okay. All right, friends, having fun. Here we go. This guy's got all kinds of work. Look at this. We've got a -2 out in front. Negative means it's going to flip upside down. That's going to be tricky. We have a horizontal shift. Holy buckets. We got a vertical shift. And then we have our magic friend here that makes it a growth. Okay, so let's look what we got. 3 makes it a growth. We're good. My horizontal shift, opposite of what we see, is -1. My vertical shift is down 4. And we're going to figure out the rest of stuff. So let's talk about what that means really quick. If I come back here and fold this buddy under, this is my parent function, right? We talked about that on the previous video. The horizontal shift -1 means my curve is going to go whoop, -1, and then it's going to drop 4. So we're going to actually get some work down here and try to see how this goes. Okay, so my y-intercept, right now we're going to plug in 0 for x. So I'm going to get -2 times 3 to the 0 plus 1, which is 1, minus 4. We just have to make sure we really do our order of operations. 3 to the first power is 3. -2 times 3 is -6, minus 4, -10. So wozers, y-intercept is 0, -10. 10. Okay, now we have to kind of put in another point to see what we want. So we already plugged in 0, so we could plug in something else. Let's plug in, well, let's see, we know we're at y negative 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all right, let's talk really fast. Parent function was right here. Okay, so parent function's kind of in pencil. Horizontal shift's going to move it over 1. Vertical shift's going to bring it down 4. This negative's going to flip it upside down. So instead of pointing to the sky, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to point to the ground. So this is kind of my movement that I'm working in. So knowing that this is my movement, the point that I want to pick, I'm going to pick a negative number. So let's pick like -2. So I'm going to get -2 times 3 to the -2 plus 1 minus 4. -2, so then order of operations, -2 plus 1 is a -1. Minus 4. 3 to the negative first, tricky, is in the 1/3. So -2 times 1/3 minus 4. And then we're just going to plug that fancy buddy in our calculator because we're going to get a decimal of -4 2/3, which is kind of gross. It's fine. We're just estimating where this buddy's going to go. Okay, so I'm over here at -2, and then I'm going to go -4 2/3. So I'm going to go -2, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. So then that becomes my 1 extra point. And I'm going to use these guys to sketch my function. Okay, so let's see how we did. Let's match her up. I guess we'll go like this. Okay, so y equals -2 times 3 to the parentheses x plus 1. Make sure you get out of that parentheses, minus 4. Graph, fingers crossed. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we're all kind of there, looking good. And that's all she wrote for the day, friends. All right, make sure you do those extra practice problems.